goes in there and goes, John James, he's so bad for you.
Yeah.
He says this about you in the diary room. You need to get rid of him. She knows you shouldn't play with someone's head in Big Brother. It ruins their game.
Yeah.
She had to leave.
Yeah. No, she left because she wanted to go fuck John James.
No, I felt that the walls were closing in on me, Davina,
No,
she said.
she wanted to go... When she left...
Oh, she's a Randy Mare.
It was...
I'm a Randy Mare.
When she left and they went, you got to go back in, she looked absolutely heartbroken.
Fuck's
It was
sake, do you know how long I've been in there?
Yeah, imagine that. You'd be like, fuck that, man, I want to go. And then she did go. That was a really stupid thing to do, actually. But, well, that's the way it
She
goes.
did have the option. She could have refused it, but right there and there, she was asked, like, do you want to go back in there?
She wanted to go move into that soulless flat with John James and
with the
JJ
decks.
and the decks.
never forget that. So anyway, Josie says to Raph that his pranks are really good.
What did she say that for?
His garlic prank is all it is
that
done.
didn't go down well.
She said, "Don't worry about what the viewers think. Like, just really turn up the pranks and go for it, kind of thing."
That's the weirdest advice I've ever heard.
She said, "You won't stay in touch with most of them anyway." And Raph was like,
"Yeah, she went, these people aren't your friends." I thought, "Fuck you, yeah, they are his friends. How dare you?"
She was like, "You won't stay in touch with them anyway."
Yeah.
And Raph was like, "Well, okay, I can, you know, if it's coming from you, like, okay,
yeah,
yeah, okay, Josie, yeah." For sure, I'll go and do some more pranks, yeah. And he comes in there going, he's singing to her.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
I've got a brand new combine harvester.
That
That is super fan.
That was good.
Like 100, 100, 100.
Admittedly, that was good. But even she was just like, oh, whatever. That's the old Josie back when I used to be fat and wear
those maxi dresses.
The dresses from the Picasso range.
If you notice, that woman's obviously there's a regular in the bots audience that's obviously bought all of Josie's old dresses on eBay.
Who's that, Ellie?
No, she looks nicer than Ellie.
Well, that wouldn't be hard. And shade. What else? Do you think Raph was excited to see Josie, wasn't he?
Of course. If that was me, I'd be excited to see someone of that level, a Channel 4 winner. That's exciting.
The advice that she gave
it was shit advice, though.
Absolutely dire, awful.
She should have gone in there. If that was the real Josie, she should have said, "Be yourself. Be a Randy Mare." Like, she was. I don't know why she was stirring it up like that. I think she's become part of the Channel 5 machine. She
just seems like a horrible person now. She used to be a nice person. Now she just seems like a horrible, dried up old cunt, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't know if I'd call her horrible. Maybe affected by fame. I think she's affected by fame in that she's like her body image. That can't be healthy, like to drastically lose so much weight, right? Well, the change was massive.
Healthier than being well fat, isn't it?
I don't know. But like, I did meet her once on in the Bots bar, and she was lovely.
Name dropping.
That's like Tom Jones on The Voice. Have you met a housemate in person to talk to?
No.
I got to ask you that before.
I've seen Maxwell. I've seen Anton walking down the street. Yeah, I've seen Maxwell at Finsbury Park Tube. I've seen Maxwell twice, actually. And he looks skinny compared to how he looked in the house.
Well, do you lose weight after you've been in the house?
Right, let's move it
So next up, Chanel was admitting having sex. She said it hurt, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
I know.
That sounds like the opposite of what you want.
Fox sex, where they have this barbed penis.
Yeah, I'm sure we've said this before. All animals, it hurts having sex apart from humans and dolphins, I heard.
What about monkeys? They have it for pleasure too.
Oh. Lindsay's nature fact of the week disproved.
She later said, "My vagina is throbbing," and Isabel said, "Oh, I hate throbby vagina."
Yeah, I don't know what a throbby vagina is.
Okay.
Chanel said it was like having old married couple sex that didn't last long. That's not good.
Deborah and Kieran were talking about getting cats after they leave the house, and then Raph started teaching them that they're planning their future home together.
Now, we knew Kieran had a keen interest in cats.
Oh, because of that photo from his mum.
Yeah, and Kwame's video mentioned that, I noticed.
Yep.
Although he was ashamed of that photo and hid it in his back pocket. Oh, that's nice, though, that Deborah and Kieran both like cats, isn't it?
These cat lovers.
And we said black people don't like animals.
Yeah,
and
we
have
did.
been proved wrong on more than 12 occasions since then.
Arissa told us all about like the possible history and the backstory.
Yeah.
She's got dogs. Kwame is a dog lover. He
Yeah.
said, "You're telling me you wouldn't see your own dog." Charlotte's definitely not had a dog, and I agree with him.
Hurricane Sue,
Queen.
So yeah, that was a complete stereotype, an urban myth, and racist, what we said, and we take it right back.
But put a albino rabbit next to Ika Wong and she'll contort like something off The Exorcist.
Good point.
So next, Big Brother revealed that they were opening the David Guest Memorial Suite one last time for Sam and Ellie. Now, do you think they washed those bedsheets in between sessions or not?
No.
Okay, well, I'd not like to go in. I'm sure Kieran wouldn't have gone in there.
No, fuck no.
So,
what was the point of this? Because they sleep together in bed every night anyway.
well, this was raised. I've seen this on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, you actually spent £400 to go in there.
Yeah.
And you could argue didn't really take the full benefit of having the privacy.
Well, I felt like Ellie was feeling pressurised to have sex in there.
I did too, and she didn't want to.
No, the look in her eye was, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And
I was happy when it didn't happen.
I
When they
was
turned their
too.
backs to each other, I was like, yes, Ellie, good
and
for
I
you.
don't think even Sam wanted to do it, to be honest.
Funny one, isn't it? I think it's more awkward when you're thrust in there by Big Brother, who are clearly trying to get a sex scene out of you. And it's not like...
That's like they're pimping them out.
Yeah, and it's not like Chanel's boyfriend coming in, because they would have sex anyway.
Yeah. Even Chanel's boyfriend coming in feels creepy to me. But this feels extra creepier.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. So, before all that happened, the evening together, there was more of the steal task. So the gold team had to cut someone out of the black team, and the black team had to cut someone out of the gold team. There was £5,500 at stake, apparently. Between Tom and Raph, Raph was cut out.
Yeah.
And
because he's the most intelligent, was it?
Oh, he knows Big Brother too well. Even Andrew didn't defend the decision to cut Raph out, I noticed.
I think Andrew and Raph have gone their separate ways now, haven't they?
Pretty much. And then the other team cut Kieran out. At this point, the black team, I don't know how much money they had, do you? I've got the gold team's total, but not the black team. Black team had like 10k, £510, and then the black team had, I don't know how much. I don't know who was leading. And
then weren't we told that the person who
they could be stolen?
Yeah, and they had to evict someone. The person who presses the button has to, or were we told that already?
That comes tomorrow. They don't know about it yet. They just know they need to cut someone out of the game. So they go into the room and deliberate as a team, and then they find out. So that at that point, that person didn't know they were getting pushed out of the chance to win the money, because that wasn't even a thing. They just knew that they couldn't now fight for their team to win the money.
Well, in my blog, I've mentioned the money thing, and I've said, I'm worried Charlotte will evict Chanel as part of this task if she gets the chance. Imagine Wallpaper evicting the star of the show. And don't get me wrong, Chanel does get on my nerves at times, but she's genuinely funny and entertaining.
There you go.
And now look what's happened.
Exactly.
We've got lost Chanel, and Charlotte is still fucking
Not only Charlotte, but Kieran and Tom. It's a travesty.
Maybe Tom will win. He was the people's housemate.
Yeah, maybe we got told, but they didn't get told this time.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ellie, I think this might have been a diary room. She said she needed to focus on the big game, and she said that it was like playing Scrabble and Monopoly at the same time. What's she talking about? Focusing on Sam, or
something like the pieces?
Is it the
She's
money?
Getting her pieces in order or something. I don't know. Sam's big
Do
old
not
piece.
pass go. The boots. Okay, they went into the boudoir. It was like an awkward date, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very awkward.
That body language. Ellie had her arms folded. I said Judy James would have had a field day on this section. What? Judy James has not been on bots for ages. I think they've got rid of her.
Sacked her.
Got that like Brazilian woman instead.
Yeah.
She's well annoying.
Yeah, I can't understand what she's saying.
Oh, so in the main house at this time, Chanel and Hannah were pulling a wardrobe prank where Chanel got on the shelf inside the wardrobe and Hannah closed her in there, and Hannah's going round going, "Oh, come in the bedroom" for some reason. And
hold on, she was on a shelf inside the wardrobe.
Yeah.
How sturdy was that shelf?
I don't know. I don't think it was IKEA.
Definitely not.
Deborah totally knew that Hannah was faking it at that point.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
It had some shit background music on it.
Well, have you talked about this background music thing already, or did you just say that to me?
I have talked about it, yeah.
You're always going on about the background music.
I don't know the
US
editorial
as well.
decisions.
Well, you just don't understand. They spent a lot of time thinking about that background music.
What, BBUS?
I don't know, everyone.
There's no running theme in BBUS. That's why I don't like their background music. At least Canada's
There's always that little snake noise.
Canada's is all by the same guy, so it sounds right. Anyway, we digress.
Stop licking Canada's
I
arsehole.
like it. The show, I mean. It's the hairs out of my actual asshole.
Hold on.
Did you spot a fly in the boudoir, or was that just me?
No.
I'm sure I've seen a fly go past Ellie's face.
I saw someone else say it on Twitter.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
I tweeted it.
No, two people
I said, "Is that a fly in the boudoir? Is it in my living room?"
Nah,
so it was in the boudoir.
Someone else said it.
How did it get in there within the depths of the Big Brother house? Buzzing around looking for David Guest.
Because of all the shit that's being talked in there. So then Charlotte said about Sam, when he first came in, I thought he was thick as fuck and desperate for fame. What's changed?
She said, but she's realised he's just young and dumb, did she say?
Oh, that's the same as thick as fuck, isn't
Yeah.
it? And then she said about him and Ellie, neither of them are too bright. Hold on, ain't Ellie her best friend in the house?
No, Andrew is.
Oh, he is now.
Yeah.
Floater.
Well, you can acknowledge that your best friend's pretty dumb, right?
I wouldn't have a dumb best friend. I wouldn't allow it. Wouldn't get past the vetting process.
No, that's true.
No,
but out of that pool of people...
You're not my best friend. Sorry.
Well done. That was very good.
Such a bitch.
Speaking of which, this is the time
Yes.
to address that you put out
I
there.
was just mean to you.
Did you do? Was it from Time Hop or something?
Yeah. No, I don't go on Time Hop no more because it makes me depressed. It was just on Facebook memories.
Okay. We found out that this week was 2 years since we first met in person, and some people were asking like how we'd met. Like people were interested in this kind of stuff. Don't know why. And then,
well, here's a little story about how we guys met.
Yeah, I don't know. We met through Twitter and tweeting about Big Brother, and like you said, we probably shared some of the same views. So, we only like the people who share our own views.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, now. I think how it was.
Rip Nancy USA.
I don't exactly remember, but
I don't know how it happened.
I feel like it might have been this. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go on.
I feel like I was watching the final. I was going to be watching the final on my own because James was away working.
Oh, that's why we met in person, yeah.
And I said, and you said, I'm watching it on my own as well. And I said, do you want to come around and watch it? Is that what happened?
That's what happened. But like, before that, we'd been like Twitter friends for a while, and we'd like
years. On my Time Hop, I see you back.
Way back. It's like
then.
Yeah. So I don't know. We just seemed to like click, and we had WhatsApp contact, and then we met in real life, and we were each other like we thought we were going to be. We found each other to be like we expected, right?
Exactly like I thought you'd be. And didn't we make up couch potatoes that night as well?
Oh yeah,
that was a car crash.
You had a bad
wasn't it?
Internet connection.
I don't think I ever listened back to that. It was a fucking mess. But anyway, that was our first foray into podcasting in a way, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
The rest.
But we didn't podcast when we first met, did we?
No.
Well,
you still had.
James would have my fucking guts for garters if I podcasted with
Bad
you
enough
back
that I was
then.
watching the final with you.
When did we decide to start podcast? Probably when you heard my ones on my own and took pity on me.
I said, I got to make an intervention. This is dire.
This is tragic.
No,
a woman drinking on her own, talking about television.
I don't know. I think we'd skirted around the issue a little bit for a while, seeing as you were doing it by yourself. And like, I said, like, from people's reaction, people But there were some nice reactions to that from our listeners, like, oh, that's really sweet. And even Big Brother got in on it, didn't they? And tweeted a gif of someone getting emotional from the film.
Yeah, about the picture.
Yeah.